So summer is upon us here in the Northern Hemisphere, and that means a lot of people are going to a lot more concerts, and that's a great thing. But because of that, I think it's time again for me to talk about something extremely important: protecting your ears. If you look at the statistics, and there are tons of them, hearing loss amongst the 20 to 40-year-olds has had a massive spike over the past decade, and it's getting worse and worse every year. It's really time to pay attention. Because of that, I want to give you some tips and reminders and simple things you can do, because if you're someone who loves music, the idea of losing your hearing is just about the scariest thing possible. First off, you have to know that muffled sound or the high-pitched ringing that you might hear in your ears for hours or days after a show, that's a really bad thing. That's hearing damage. When it happens regularly, it's usually called tinnitus, and that can be the beginning of permanent hearing damage and loss. When it happens after concerts, it's really not a good thing, and it's easily preventable. You see, earplugs get a really bad name because most people out there are using the dollar a pair pieces of crap that aren't made for concerts. They muffle the sound, they're uncomfortable, and they make the overall show a bad experience, so a lot of people just assume all earplugs suck. But here's the thing, those type of earplugs aren't made for concerts. They're made for heavy machinery and shooting guns and things like that. The idea behind them is to muffle the noise to protect your ears. It has nothing to do with acoustic quality. I use these right here. They are custom made for my ears, and they're specifically made to be worn at concerts. They're designed to keep the entire audio frequency range completely intact and just kind of make it a little bit softer. The ones that I wear are made by the company West One or West Tone. I'm not exactly sure how it's pronounced, but I've been wearing these ones for the better part of a decade. You can get these in all sorts of colors and designs, whatever you want, but hey, it's me, so they're straight black. That's what I want. You can also get them with varying plugs in them. I have a plug that takes about 15 dB off. You can get one for 10 dB. You can get a full plug. There are so many options here. I wear these to every single concert that I go to. It doesn't matter the venue size, and it really doesn't matter the performer. And to those of you out there who like to join me in the pit and are worried that these won't work in there or that they might fall out, you really need to pay attention, because facts are facts. I've worn these exact earplugs in everything from Slayer to Gogol Bordello to Tool, and I've never had an issue. Remember, these are custom fit to your ear. They're not sliding around anything. They fit snugly, and they're very, very comfortable. I've also worn these on airplane flights, so they've been in my ears for 6, 7, 8 hours at a time, and you kind of forget they're there. Seriously, they're comfortable. Go to an audiologist and get fitted for them. They are the best investment you'll ever make. You might think they're a little bit expensive, but when you break it down to how many shows you go to a year and how many shows you want to go to, they are beyond worth the investment. You want your ears, right? So go spend the money and do the right thing. Also, here's a quick note to all you headphone wearing folks out there. If you have to turn the volume all the way up just so you can block out the other noise, the problem isn't the volume level. The problem is your headphones. You need new ones or you need better ones. Turning up the volume as loud as it can possibly go, that is going to do a ton of hearing damage to you. Spend a little bit more money and get better headphones so that you can have your ears in your later years. As music lovers, we all want to be that 80-year-old person rocking out at a concert that everybody high-fives and smiles at. But if you don't protect your hearing now, you're not going to be able to enjoy those shows later in life.